the Zodiac houses are collapsing. Zodiac houses have always collapsed. Western astrology collapses into Vedic astrology in a lot of ways, which is how your Libras become your Virgos in Vedic, only because it's tracking a smaller circle of circumference above. 12 houses is 12 DNA strands. It's as full of a circumference as you can get. Since 2018 to 2021, even though you might not have been aware, the Earth, even per the Western Zodiac, was being run in an 8-house system. Sagittarius in the first house. The ones at the very top have known this because Libra is gone. Aries is gone. Scorpio is bridging Libra and Sagittarius. It used to be Eagle, but we don't need it anymore. Those houses are collapsing because it's a live orb that all works together. So those energies in the Zodiac were fracked out and held in fences, even within astrology being taught the way it was taught down here for centuries, and there not being a new astronomist to come along and reset and connect, because astrology and astronomy and even dentistry is all connected. Zero degrees to 3 degrees of every sign is the subtitle. 0 degrees to 3 degrees of every house. At 0 to 3 degrees of every single house, no matter what house you're in, imagine now that your energy hits a wall of whatever energy that is at 29 degrees of that house. Each house in some way is going to work in a movement. Cancer goes like this. Capricorn has 2 nebulas. That's why the harp is over there. It's running through a machine. Scorpio's a bunch of swamp fucking ocean land. For real. That's earth shit. Literally. And the transmutation of. In all ways. Scorpio, all of this, and it's magic. So Scorpio, in all ways, in this new reality, is here to do one thing: remember your magic, or produce it, or undo spells, curses, fucking whatever. But your magic, as far as your transmutation ability in this new energy, which to us is old energy, that's just now here. Because Sagittarius is in the first house. This is back to Egyptian energetics. This is you got to live every way different. This is Egyptian energetics. But we also build and move pyramids together. Oh, hell yes, we do. In fact, we're re-terraforming the goddamn planet right now together, right in front of everyone's eyes, and no one's realizing what the fuck's going on. But, in Scorpio, for instance, because this is where Buddha was born, Scorpio moon. This is where he was resurrected, Scorpio moon. This is whenever he was born, Scorpio moon. Then the other countries made it Wesak, 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 and decided to throw Christ in with the mix, well, then all of a sudden, I'm having to rebirth a new earth and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But it brought in the power of 23 countries to Christ, okay? So Buddha and Christ merged. What's Christ? The body. What's the body? The body of the collective. What's the collective's body? Linked to Cancer. What's Cancer linked to? Sirius. Sirius A, Sirius B, Sirius C. What's Sirius A? What's Sirius linked to? Egypt. The Holy Grail. Your mind in its fullest. Basically attached to all your ancestors from the other side. The furthest you can get from Orion. The very furthest you can get from Orion. On the other side, Sirius, we'd be 10,000 pounds on Sirius. We'd be 10,000 pounds on Sirius. We'd be 10,000 pounds on Sirius. That's how us Syrian beings project down here, like a giant. Because we're from an ancient projection that it takes a whole bunch to retemplate and fill. 0 to 3 degrees of every house. No matter what house it's in. You have original template. You've got the original of something at 0 point. At 0 point, you have the whole thing. You might not be aware. As you start going 1 to 2 to 3 degrees, then it kind of starts breaking into things or breaking apart, depending, or becoming things or dissolving. No matter, as you get closer to 3 degrees, it's going to catalyze. But no matter, you're going to be then met with a whole bunch of energy from the opposite side of that house. So if it's 20, you're going to have a bunch of 29-degree Scorpions around you. You're going to have a bunch of 0-degree Sages around you. Okay? 29 degrees, people who bring in 29 degrees of any house, 29 to 26 degrees of any house, are going to be surrounded with the opposite. They're going to be surrounded with the 0 to 3 in that house. Because they're going to have to, because you're working together no matter. Each of you have different pieces that are basically reassembling the house. Now, look to your right, look to your left. So if you have 0 degrees Scorpio, for instance, and you just got along and undid the spell, you and the wizard are now getting along. What's to your left? Taurus. Oh shit. Taurus. We just had this full-on fucking energetic battle of transmutation, and now look to your left. What's over there? Taurus the bull. It's going straight towards Earth. What? It's going straight towards Earth in what? 2 timelines. 2 timelines of 0 degrees to 3 degrees of Taurus, which is the avian race. So the birds are bringing it in, and they were always watching the birds. There were birds in our daddy's name through everything of existence down here on Earth. So it's hitting the avian race, and then what's at the end of Taurus? The Pleiades. What? Now you know what you're working with. Okay, well, Taurus is to the left. Well, what's to the right? Well, fucking A. Where are we? Scorpio. Well, what's next? Sagittarius. Well, I can tell you what's over there. Galactic space shit. And Taurus is over there. Beltege's over there. Orion over there. Everything that's going to be a 3D mental mind of information that's pure information. It's just information, though. There's probably no compassion, no heart, no human. It's information. You have to make it into the information to hit the peak of it, right? Because Scorpio and Taurus work together, always have. Because Scorpio's was transmuting timelines of Earth. Well, we blew open those timelines. Basically, in that analogy, back to 9, because then it would be, because now what I'm seeing, because, well, that's Sagittarius. See, immediately when I fold Scorpio, I go straight into Sag. I go straight into Sag, because it had me thinking 9 degrees Scorpio is going to be anchored at 7 to 9 and Taurus, so that's the galactic, which makes sense because then at 12 degrees of Scorpio is skull and bones, but 12 degrees added up to basically the 2000 count. 12 degrees to 9 degrees, like right there in Taurus, and anyone with 13 degrees or 11 degrees Taurus, that's all about the 20 to 19 counts, because they were trying to take us back to the 19 counts, which then would blip us back to 17, 15, 13 in a heartbeat. Hundreds. We had to keep it stayed at the 2000, 20. That's why it was COVID-19. They wanted everybody saying 19. Anyway, notes from the Zodiac.